Good morning. My name is Joshua Fox, and today is February 16th, 2012. I work with the Orange County Library System, and we are at the Washington Park branch here in Orlando, Florida, capturing memories from our community. If you could please tell us your name and where you're from.
My name is Lloyd Hairston, and I live in Orlando.
We'll start off, as I said, with some easy ones today. How long have you lived in Orlando, Mr. Hairston?
More than 8 years.
More than 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you lived in the Washington Shores area?
I don't live exactly in the Washington Shores area, just a little south of Washington Shores.
Okay. You've lived there this whole time?
Yes.
Okay. What brought you to Orlando?
It starts with a W. I had lived in the metropolitan area of Washington, D.C.
Okay.
for over 30 years, and in 2002, 2003, well, winter of 2002, 2003, for 3 consecutive weeks in the winter, I got up in the morning at about 4 o'clock, scraping ice every day. And something hit me, why are you doing this? You don't have to do this. So I put wheels in motion to change that. And prior to that, I had vacationed in Orlando over the years, for some years. So it was weather.
What was the earliest time you ever came to Orlando?
It was April of 1972, just after Disney had opened. And it was, I think it was the hottest day Orlando had ever had. And Disney was quite young then. There was only one attraction.
Is that what continued to bring you back to Orlando through the years?
Over the years, yes, I came down. And then just came down to be with friends, I guess, occasionally, yes.
Okay. What kind of ways has Orlando changed since you first came down here?
In the education area, there has been some changes, because when I first came down, there were several schools, high schools, that were rated really low, and over the years they have improved. As a matter of fact, I had wanted to sign on with the education system when I came down, but the reports on the news and from talking with people were so grim that I said, I don't think I want to do that at this time. Okay. But I've noticed these schools have changed. Some have changed, for the better. That was one positive thing, I guess, yes.
Okay. And so what is it you do for a living?
I'm retired.
You're retired?
Yeah.
Okay. Where have you retired from?
I retired from Lockheed Martin Corporation.
Oh. Let's see. What would you say is the happiest moment of your life?
Here in Orlando?
Sure.
It would proceed from a disaster or I guess the weather. I had never experienced a hurricane. And then the year after I came, Charlie and his friends came. There was 3 others. And I had never experienced continuous wind and rain for 12, 14, 16 hours. And I said, this has to end sometime. But it just continued to rain. And the horizontal rain was something I had never seen. And I guess I was delighted that had passed.
I can understand that. What would you say you're most proud of?
I'm not a big social worker, but I have done several turns of social work, I guess, for the community, I guess. I've served with the African American Men's Health Summit over the years, and this is maybe not a community service, but I served voting in the voting precincts over the years. I've enjoyed to do that.
Okay. What would you say are the most important lessons you've learned in life, either through work or through your community service activities?
The most important thing I think that I've learned from work is integrity and devotion, and taking responsibility for one's actions. That's something that I guess I developed early on in my working career.
Okay. And how would you like to be remembered? What would you like to be remembered for?
I'm not sure I've given a lot of thought to that. Just to have been an honest person who kept his word and paid all just and honest debts.
Okay. Who would you say has been the biggest influence on your life?
It was my first year of high school. There was I guess what you call a machine shop teacher that influenced me very much. His name was A.N. McCoy. He's since passed on, but a very good man, very upstanding man.
Okay. Who's the most important person in your life? What can you tell me about them?
I guess it would be persons, my family.
Okay.
I think, yes.
Okay. So, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Virginia, Pennsylvania County, Virginia.
Oh.
So I did.
Okay. Let's see. So, do you have any favorite stories from when you were growing up from Virginia? Things you'd like to share?
Favorite story? There's quite a few, and it's kind of hard to pick to pick one. I guess listening to the radio was the major form of entertainment that we had at that time. Listening to the radio into the night, I guess. The news, and I guess I wished for a CB radio, but at that time CB was not available. But I enjoyed listening to radio very much.
Okay. Did you ever pursue getting a CB radio when you got older?
I did. I guess it was in the 80s when the CB craze hit again, and it was worse than measles. And I said, I'm not sure I want to do that in the cars. And the CB lingo even, I guess, invaded the English language. You know, what's your 20 or brown wrapper. I didn't pursue it at all.
Okay. You worked for Lockheed Martin for years. Were you an engineer, or?
I was a program analyst for Lockheed Martin.
Okay. So, computer program type stuff?
It was computer programming, yes.
Is there any other stories you'd like to share with us today? Or advice you'd like to pass on?
The weather story, I guess, that Charlie business, I really seriously misjudged. I had gone downtown on the bus that morning, and it had begun to get a little cloudy, and I did not know that Charlie was coming. And I almost took another bus back downtown, not knowing the bus routes exactly. But instead, I came home, and I guess it started around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was all night and early in the morning, and I guess around 8 or 9 it kind of cleared. The weather cleared, and it was an experience I had never had before. But I had read somewhere that there's a sound that you get during a hurricane. It's called the trade. and I heard the train several times, in addition to the horizontal rain. That was something I did not particularly enjoy. But I guess the community kind of pulled together and supported each other, and that was very heartening to see.
Is it still better than scraping off the windshield?
Altogether, for sure, yes.